Yeah, we'll definitely be counting that one. Hey everybody, Paul here with Pretty Good Golf, and in today's video we're diving into the new TaylorMade QI35 drivers to find out which model is best for the mid-handicap golfer like me, or maybe like you. And we'll start with a quick overview of the features and appearance of the standard Max and LS models. Then I'll hit a few shots with each driver and share a bit of subjective feedback. After that, I'm going to dig into the data and compare all three models as well as my current gamer just to see how they stack up. I'll wrap things up with my recommendation to help you decide which QI35 might be the best fit for your game. And if you're in a rush, use the chapter markers down below to jump straight to the section that interests you the most. Okay, let's get into it. First up, I'll quickly break down the three models that I tested, and that was the standard, the Max, and the LS, or low spin model. First up, QI35 standard. It's the TaylorMade's most versatile option. It's designed to suit a wide range of golfers. TaylorMade aims to deliver explosive distance and forgiveness while keeping the shape sleek and confidence inspiring. It features a 4th generation carbon twist face for better energy transfer and alignment, and it includes 2 movable weights. There's a 13 gram and a 3 gram that can be positioned either front or back to fine-tune spin and shot shape. Finally, its price is $849 if you're in Canada like me, or $599 in the US. Next up, if forgiveness is your top priority, the Max model might be your best bet. It's built for stability on off-center hits, making it a great option for golfers looking to keep the ball in play. It offers the highest MOI rating, so that's moment of inertia, thanks to a 34 gram tungsten weight and a symmetrical inertia generator. That's hard to say. And it has a 4-degree loft sleeve, but no movable weights like the standard model or the LS. And the price of the Max is $849 in Canada or $599 in the US. And lastly, the LS, or low spin model, is built for players seeking maximum distance and control. It's the most advanced option in the lineup, with a center of gravity closest to the face for reduced spin and hopefully higher ball speeds. The LS features the lowest CG projection of the QI35 family. It's optimized for faster swingers who want less spin and a penetrating ball flight. For adjustability, it comes with one 13 gram weight on the back, and then there are 2 3 gram weights on the front, along with the usual 4-degree adjustable loft sleeve. It's slightly pricier than the other two models at $899 in Canada and $649 in the US. For all my testing, I used a 9-degree loft head and my usual Ventus Black 6S shaft, and I used some brand new TaylorMade TP5 golf balls. First up with the TaylorMade heads, we've got the TaylorMade QI35. This is the standard or base model. That's not the Max and it's not the low spin. I want 10 good strikes. How many ever swings it takes to get that, I'll let you know, but we're gonna get 10 within 30 yards either side of the fairway, and within, somewhere reasonably close to 250 or longer based on my 105 mile an hour swing speed on these. So here we go, QI35 standard model, 10 good shots hopefully. That's a good one. Got a nice sound to it, at least I think it does. It's kind of like a crunchier carbon sort of sound compared to my Callaway, but that was probably the best drive so far. There's a good one. It's gonna go quite a ways, I think. Like that, 287. That one will be good. A little spinnier, but still good. That's gonna work. Holy man. I am liking this driver so far. Should be fine. Again, maybe spun up a little bit, but 261 carry is pretty good. Yeah, 281 total, I'll take that all day. little fadey. I might have been low on the head again because that's 3,200 RPM backspin. But I'm finding the fairway pretty well. Yeah, that one's gonna draw a little bit, probably because I hit it off the toe, but it's gonna carry 270. That's gonna flirt with 300 yards total, 294. That's gonna work great. Okay, that took 13 shots to get 10 good ones with the QI35 standard, which is not bad at all. I think we'll see some pretty good results when we look at the data of that, but next up, let's try the Max. All right, next up we have the TaylorMade QI35 Max. It's probably gonna spin the most, so my guess is I'll have reasonably tight dispersion, but maybe a little bit less distance on this based on what I've heard so far. Yeah, so let's give it a shot. 10 good ones, we'll see how many swings it takes to get that. My gamer only took 11, but I'm pretty used to it. The standard TaylorMade QI35 only took 13. Let's hope I can get somewhere around 11 to 13 swings for 10 good shots with the QI35 Max. Here we go. Feels like it's got a nice look at address. I kind of like the carbon crown on it. It looks good. That'll work. That was toey. Eye on the face a little bit, but it's gonna have good matchups. 255 carry-ish. Roll out to 275 on a green. That one's gonna work great. Getting good launch on these. These are all 9-degree heads. Maybe a little spinnier there for a toe strike that was up to 2,900 RPM. Just the Max being more spinny. That one's gonna work well again. That started right, but it's probably a bit of a toe strike. It's gonna come back left. I would be over the moon with that shot in a round. That one is gonna work great. It felt pretty middle. We'll see what that looks like. 259 carry, just left of the green, so like 15 yards offline. Yeah, that was a perfect strike almost. Just 5 mils toe, everything else was good. Come on, don't peel too much. That one's got an open face, so it spun up to 37, but I think it probably is gonna make the fairway. Yeah, we'll call that the fairway. That's only 31 yards offline. Probably saved by the club a little bit there. That's gonna work. Okay, that was 10. All right, so last but not least, we have the QI35 LS, or low spin model. This is gonna have the lowest MOI, or the center of gravity is gonna be closest to the front, which is going to mean decent ball speed and low spin, but I think it's also gonna mean a little bit less forgiveness. So keeping in mind, took me 11 shots with the Callaway, my gamer, took me 13 shots with the standard, and then 15 with the Max. We're not trending in a good direction, but hopefully I can get 10 good shots in somewhere around 13 or 14 swings with the LS, and hopefully we see a little more speed, a little more distance, and maybe a little less spin. And if I get one over 300 yards, I might be looking at one of these. So that'd be fun. But here we go, LS. Looks great over the ball. I honestly don't know that I would be able to tell the difference between the models, but somebody with a keener eye certainly could. I love the carbon crown still. I didn't think that was gonna work out all that well, but 151 carry, 3,000 backspin, maybe 20 yards offline to the left. Oh, I was worried I lost that out to the right, but it came back. Might have been a bit of a toe strike. 266 carry, that's beautiful. I like that. That's a bad shot. We're gonna remove that one. This is snap toe hook. Okay, we lost one so far from the LS. That's testing the face for sure. It's high toe, but we're still getting pretty good carry out of that. On the course, I'd be definitely happy with 18 yards offline and 257 carry. Definitely like that flight. Okay, so the LS, I definitely had some toe strikes going on. That's gonna be on me, but lower spin and toe strikes meant I was getting some hooks that were going like 40, 50 yards offline to the left. Wasn't really getting that with the Max or the Standard, so something to think about if you are prone to that. The LS is lower spin, might be more prone to those toe strike hooks like I was hitting. But we better check out the data and see which is actually the best driver of the QI35s for a mid-handicap golfer like myself. Okay, so first I'll give you a quick look at the data. The first one was the TaylorMade base, the QI35 Standard, and I'm going to try and make sure that I keep it under 30 or within 30 yards-ish offline, and the carry has to be pretty close to normal. And then I went to the Max. With the TaylorMade Max, it took me 15 swings to get 10 good ones. And then I moved into the TaylorMade LS, started reasonably well, but I started to toe hook some of those with some really low spin. And like, look at that, 85 yards left. That is quite the hook. Something like 22 swings to get 10 good ones with the LS. So that's on me probably, but also a little bit if you are prone to those toe hooks, that might not be the right club for you there. So without taking out any of them, I'll just quickly show you what the comparison looks like, and then I'll find 10 standardized shots across. We can see here my TaylorMade LS was the widest dispersion by far with all the shots kept. That means that's probably gonna happen to me out on the course a little bit. The Standard was reasonably middle. We are definitely closer to the middle of the fairway with that Standard one, and it looks like it went furthest for me as well across all swings. That'll change once I remove some of the terrible shots from the other clubs. And the Max, that had reasonable dispersion. It was kind of a bit more right biased to me. Most of them sort of faded off the right side, which was fine. That's okay, it's better than going hard left like the LS went there. So that's just to give you an idea of what it looks like with all the swings kept in. That's gonna be a fault of my own and not really the club's. So let's take a look at 10 comparative swings next. All right, so this is a much more representative selection of 10 strikes for each club. Looking at these numbers, we can see very similar ball speed across. So we've got 153.5, 153.5, and just under 153.5 with the LS. That's probably nothing against the LS club, that's gonna be on me. If we look at the club data, club head speed was pretty similar across all of them, within a mile an hour, 106.5 with the Standard, 105.8 with the Max, and 106.1 with the LS. Everything else is pretty similar. Dynamic loft is similar. Dynamic lie with the Max, for some reason, I was significantly different, but club path was all about the same, 2.7, 2.1. Looks like with the LS, I was getting more in to out, which is probably why I was getting some more of those hooks. And you can see strike with the Max, it was the most toey, but I wasn't getting that same sort of offline toe hooks like I was with the LS. But back to the ball data, important stuff. Carry 260 with the QI35 Standard, 256 with the LS, and then the Max came in at 253. If we look at the standardized set though, we can see pretty reasonable distribution. I'm not hitting the Max, the green circle to the left. It's staying kind of faded to the right side of the fairway, which is probably why it had a little bit less carry compared to turning over the LS and maybe a little bit with the Standard. Total yardage, 280 with the QI35 Standard, 274 with the LS, and 270 with the Max. So for me, I'm clearly gonna choose the Standard here. I've got good spin. 2600 is a great spin window for me. 260 carry, I love to see that. And if you look at it compared to my gamer, the Callaway AI Smoke, we see pretty reasonable numbers with the TaylorMade. I'm getting more carry, getting more ball speed. The only thing I do still like better about the Callaway Smoke is the dispersion circle. Seems to be pretty tight compared to all the TaylorMades, and that could just be down to me being used to it, but I would definitely love to see another 10 yards of carry from the Standard compared to my gamer in the AI Smoke. So it's probably worth it if I was to buy a new driver this year. The TaylorMade QI35 is gonna be up there for me in terms of choices of what I'd buy. So there we have it. There are the 3 TaylorMade QI35 models. I didn't review the Lite, the QI35 Lite. That's just like a lighter model that's supposed to have better swing speed. I reviewed the 3 main models, the QI35 Standard, the QI35 Max, and the QI35 LS. For me, the standard was kind of a sweet spot. I had the best dispersion, I had the best speed, and I had a good spin window. It is quite likely that my different swings played a part of that, but that's going to be the case for any average golfer like myself. We're not robots. We're not smashing it out there 325 every single time. We're going to get some duck hooks and some slices off to the right like I had. But anyway, the QI35 standard model was the best option for me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, please subscribe. And if you have questions or comments, go ahead and ask down below. I will answer everything and respond to all of the comments. I only get a few so far, and I really enjoy talking about this stuff. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.